After July 4th. Sounds like a ton of fun. Speaking of the high country, here's the live look from the Sangre de Cristos, and you can definitely see a lot of that smoke and haze kind of lingering in that area. Mary, we had it clear out by and large today, but it's still lingering, even if we can't notice it and even if it's not perceptible with our eyes.
Yeah, certainly so. It's a thin layer of smoke still above the surface of the atmosphere, just above the surface. Having a hard time getting my words out today. But most of that very thick smoke that was stagnant yesterday has kind of cleared out. With that north wind associated with that front that moved through earlier this morning, a good 17 to 20 degree drop over the last 24 hours. You can see where that cooler air is moving across parts of the Central Plains and the upper Midwest. And on the tail end of that front, we've got some showers and storms that are sparking here across I-25 and parts of the Denver metro area. You can see the clouds building across parts of the Central Mountains and the Pikes Peak region. We take you down to the surface, and you'll notice those showers are building from the southwest to the northeast across the Palmer Divide. And we're even seeing a few showers showing up just across southeastern Fremont County. So you're probably noticing more clouds building across your region at the moment. Some frequent cloud to ground lightning with a few of these storms will be possible through about 8-9 o'clock tonight. But these will be your general run of the mill showers and storms as they push across I-25 through about 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. They will continue to mainly stay across parts of Arapahoe County and the Denver metro area. But then as we move deeper into the overnight hours, we'll start to see a few storms sparking here just along and east of I-25 around the Los Animas County locations north of Trinidad. And some of these storms we'll have to watch building across La Junta and Lamar closer to midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning. So probably a good idea to have a way to get alerts should we get a severe thunderstorm warning to pop out of this little batch of thunderstorms across the southeastern corner of the state that could produce some gusty winds that could approach that severe weather criteria and even just some sizable hail. So the Arkansas River Valley between midnight and 4 a.m. we are expecting a few thunderstorms across the region. Now Friday is actually going to be much cooler. A lot of this will be attributed to cloud cover, some rain cooled air. So it's going to limit our daytime heating tomorrow with a bit more cloud cover around. Notice temperatures in the 60s and 70s for the Pikes Peak region. 70s and 80s across the eastern plains. We've got a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. So what that means is the primary threat is going to be hail and wind. So make sure you're aware of the afternoon time frame where storms will start to build across the region. Again, we wrap up with that morning round of storms for the eastern plains. We kind of have a brief dry period tomorrow, more clouds and sunshine, and then storms. If we can gather enough instability, maybe we get a little filtered sunshine for the afternoon hours, that will help bump our instability levels up just a bit to provide the focus for a few storms to move across I-25, producing a brief shot of hail across parts of southern El Paso County, central El Paso County, really all of the county, and then moving across the eastern plains into the evening hours. Now, a lot of the models have been very persistent about some of these stronger upper level winds reaching the surface with these storms. And as they do so, it fans out in all directions. And what happens when that happens is you get this return on the radar with a kind of a bowing effect, what we call a bow echo. So think of a bow and arrow, if you will. And that is always indicative of a very strong wind, 70+ mile-an-hour wind. So if you're joining us across El Paso County, out across the eastern plains, I think wind is going to be our primary threat through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, especially as the cycle of this batch of thunderstorms really likely matures and reaches its peak wind across eastern areas of Baca County and areas into Prowers County. So you can have some pretty high winds for tomorrow evening and areas across the eastern plains. So just be mindful of some stronger storms tomorrow across most of the region. Now Saturday we are a bit warmer. We get more sunshine. We will clear out into those afternoon hours. The start of Father's Day weekend is actually going to be really nice. Looks like our nice north wind is going to keep most of our locations dry, even across the high country. We were originally thinking we were going to have some heavier downpours on the backside of this system. Based on the track of this system, that has changed with the forecast timing. And that is certainly some good news. So expect mostly dry conditions this weekend. Only about a 10% chance of a stray shower or thunderstorm Saturday and Sunday. I've just pretty much dropped those pops because I think it is safe to do so. Temperatures into the 80s and 90s for the weekend for parts of Pueblo. So we will bump those temperatures back up into Father's Day weekend. But please be mindful that Friday is going to come with unsettled weather and the potential for some stronger storms for Friday afternoon and Friday evening across most of our zones and our regions there. So certainly cooler in the 60s and 70s for Colorado Springs, more clouds and sunshine. And the rain will be a good thing. We'll just have to watch that severe weather threat, and we'll continue to do so right here on the networks of KRDO. Back to you.
All right, Mary, thanks. Now for a preview of what's next on World News Tonight.